Hello everyone, my name is Lau Mining. Today my topic is about statistics, the hidden language of data. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever checked the weather forecast before leaving home? Or watch a sport game where commentators talk about players' averages and performance? Maybe you have even seen surveys online asking people about their favorite foods, music, or social media apps. Or news showing graph about population or economy. All of these examples have one thing in common. They use statistics. What is statistics? Statistics is a branch of mathematics that help us collect, organize, analyze, and interpret data. In other words, statistics help us make sense of information so that we can understand patterns and make better decisions. To understand this better, let's imagine a simple example from school. Suppose a teacher asks the class a question. What is your favorite fruit? Each student gives an answer. Some say apples, some say bananas, and others say oranges. The teacher records all the responses and then counts how many students choose each fruit. After that, the teacher may present the result using a bar chart or a pie chart. By looking at the chart, it becomes easy to see which fruit is the most popular in the class. This process of collecting data, organizing it, and present it visually is an example of statistics in action. Statistics is not only used in classrooms. In fact, it is used in many areas of everyday life. One common example is sports. Coaches, players, and analysts rely heavily on statistics to evaluate performance. For example, in basketball, players are often compared based on their average points per game. If one player scores 20 points on average and another scores 15 points, statistics help us compare their performance objectively. But averages alone do not tell the whole story. Statistics can also show how consistent a player is across games. This helps teams make better decisions about training strategies and player selection. Another example of statistics can be seen in weather forecasting. When the weather report says there is a 70% chance of rain tomorrow, that prediction is not just a guess. Meteorologists collect and analyze large amounts of weather data, including temperature, humidity, wind patterns, and rainfall over many years. By studying these patterns, they can use statistical methods to estimate the likelihood of rain. Statistics is also widely used in surveys and research. For instance, companies often conduct surveys to understand customer preference. Imagine a company asking 1,000 people which smartphone brand they prefer. If 600 people choose one brand, the company might conclude that this brand is currently the most popular among the survey group. Business then use this information to improve products and marketing strategies. In addition, statistics plays an important role in fields such as medicine, education, and science. Doctors use statistics to study the effectiveness of new medicines. Scientists analyze data from experiments to test their hypotheses. Government rely on population statistics to plan healthcare, education, and transportation services. In simple terms, statistics allows us to turn data into meaningful information. So, the next time you see a graph in the news, a survey result online, or a percentage in a report, remember that statistics is working behind the scenes to help us understand the world better. Statistics is not just about numbers. It is about discovering patterns, answering questions, and making informed decisions in everyday life. That's all from me. Thank you for watching.